That's super cool.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Would you live with your parents?
I would definitely live with my parents.
Would you live with your in-laws?
I would definitely live with my in-laws.
You're just saying that because you're on the screen. Look at the smile.
I would definitely live with my in-laws. If push came to push and they didn't have anywhere to stay, most definitely, man. But I do like my space.
Came here in 2007, right in the middle of the crazy crisis. If your heart is not into it, do not do it. That's what I always tell them.
If you're making around $70K, look to be able to qualify for a home somewhere around $250, $275 in that bracket.
As onions and juices and all that, and put some lemon and onion, and you make him drink it, right?
And Alex, all my listings need a video. All of them.
Hey guys, this is your girl Danielle Bilumbu right here as Let's Keep It Real Now. And then I am here with my friend Abu.
Hey, how we doing? Abu Jabi with AMP Lending.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about the 2025 housing booming prediction. So we're going to see what the experts are saying. And we'll see what the experts are saying regarding interest rate, price range, mortgage, and so on regarding real estate. And we're going to take a look at those predictions and discuss about it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So first of all, they say the interest rate could drop below 5%.
Man, I'm hoping for that.
Yeah, everybody. So if you're a buyer right now, you're like, ooh, please, God.
Yes.
Please drop the rate, but be careful every single time the rate drop. What happened to the prices?
Go up.
Okay, is waiting always a good time? Not always, so be careful with that. But they say the right now the interest rate dropped a little bit a few weeks ago.
They did.
And now they went back up again.
They started going back.
What is the problem?
Well, I mean, the way that it's looking like everybody's waiting to see who the president's going to be and what direction the world is going to go in. So people are sitting back, they're holding tight, they're holding on to their money. And when there's fear, when there's panic, then people are putting their money in more safer areas, taking their money out the bond market. So in turn, that starts to affect our rates. So you've been seeing an uprise on rates here a little bit going into this election.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But the average rate interest anyway for mortgage have been since the 1980s. Have been an average of 15%, right? It used to be 16% back in the day. Yes. And then now it dropped. So what it means exactly for the buyers is more affordability when the rate drop.
The rate drops, but then you got to also keep in mind prices of houses are way more higher than they were back, in the 1980s. You're looking at houses that were about $80,000 to $110,000. Now we're in 2024, and we're looking at the mid-range of a home being about $350,000 and above. So you're definitely going to have income to support that type of purchase.
Yeah, so if the rate keep dropping like that, it's going to be a busy year for all realtor.
Yes.
And mortgage lender. And mortgage lender. It's going to be busy. So,
I mean, it's about time. We waited it out. We weathered the storm. Now we're looking for things to open up and the market to open up and create these dreams for these buyers so they can have the opportunity of home ownership.
That's great. And as for the demographic shift, right? So right now, the people that purchase the most home right now are the millennium. We are right in the age. I am a millennium. I'm on the top.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm on the top of the things of the age. I'm one of the older one, but yeah, I'm right there. I'm right there.
Okay.
You're what, Generation X?
X. Yeah, I'm Generation X.
The one that were kind of tossed to the side, abandoned for themselves.
Exactly.
And then the millennium spoiled people comes in.
Yeah.
But I think the Gen Z is even more spoiled.
Yeah, they
are. Alex?
Yeah.
Say no. I was looking at TikTok where the way parents were treating their kids. You have the Generation X, and they're like, "Oh, I don't like this food," and the parent is like, "You better eat it, or I'm gonna beat you up," or they pull the belt. And then the Gen Z, "I don't like this food," and then the mom is like, "Oh, that's all you have right now,
Yeah.
And then what do you want to eat?
What do you want to eat?
What else do you want to eat?"
Yeah.
And the new Gen Z, they're like, "I don't like this food." And the mom is like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I can make whatever you want. How do you want it? Where do you want it?" And the kids, "I want Chick-fil-A." I was like, "That's crazy."
Yeah.
But yeah, so 43% of a home buyer are right now millennium. in 2022. And then this generation now age between 27 to 42 years old. And then they're the one that currently buying homes. And then Gen Z is not far behind. They represent about 72% of Gen Z planning to buy a home within the next 5 years. So we're going to see a lot of purchase price. So
we are. I mean, they're saying, the American dream, home ownership is still alive. 75% of Americans are still looking forward to home ownership. So with that being said, people are they're needing direction. They're needing to see where this economy is going to go because they want to put their money in the right place. So once we get that direction, I think people are going to start, opening up and ready to purchase.
Yeah, and then we still have our baby boomer. Don't forget about them.
Yeah.
They're still here. Plenty of them are about to retire, already retire. Yeah. And a lot of them need to downsize as far as selling their home because the house is too big. The kids are out in college. Like in my neighborhood, I have plenty of people living around me. They're a bit older. There's no really kids in my street. Everybody have kids in college or they move out from home a long time ago, so they will eventually want to downsize and buy something smaller. So 39% of the sellers in 2022 were baby boomer. So we're giving you the number of 2022 because some of all the numbers for 2023, some of them were not able to, they didn't come out yet. But that's pretty much what we are right now. So all generation pretty much needs help. So the millennium are the big purchasers. So anybody between 27 to 45 years old is right there purchasing home. And then the baby boomer are right here still. They'll downsize. So they will create more inventory.
Yes.
When they'll be selling.
Yes.
And then we also have seen a lot of multi-generational type of property. Like Lenore Builder have done a lot of these. I saw that they would have those home where one side has even an efficiency or a small kitchen and one bedroom next to attached. Almost like you have a garage. It's not a garage. It's a part of the house, but it feel like it's an extra space right there. They build in attached to the main house. Yeah. And then you can have your parent living there. That's super cool.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Would you live with your parent?
I definitely would live with my parents.
Would you live with your in-laws?
I would definitely live with my in-laws.
You're just saying that because you're on the screen. Look at the smile.
I would definitely live with my in-laws. If push came to push and they didn't have anywhere to stay, most definitely, man. But I do like my space.
I do like my space. I love my parents, but I don't think I'm going to be able to live with them. But I would not have no choice if they need me, right? Because I'm not putting them in a home or anything like that. I think I would prefer the choice of having a house in my house, like a second unit on my property, and they have their full entrance, their full life, and we don't have to be attached to each other. So I would just go to my mom's house just to see what she cooked, because she always does. When she could get the food and bring it in my house, it's smelling good over here, mama. So then I can eat her food. But as for her be completely in my living room 24/7, I don't know about that, because
I think you need to do this.
Yes.
Or you need to put
the African parents, right?
Exactly.
Telling you what to do.
Exactly.
All the time.
All the time.
But no, I do love my mom. She's a great person. But
shout out to mom.
Yes,
shout out
but
to all the moms.
I can't live with her 24/7 like that.
Shout out to all the moms.
So is the American dream home ownership still alive?
It's definitely still alive. Home ownership is still alive and it's well. Like I stated before, I think people are just waiting to see what direction we're going in, and people are going to start spending. They're going to have to. I mean, staying in an apartment and renting, the money isn't doing anything for you. This money that's going out the door. There's no equity that you're building. So a lot of people that are financially responsible are going to want to be able to get into a situation where they have ownership, where they have room for their family, and they're building equity, and their money's making money for them.
Yeah, 75% of Americans still believe that home ownership is a key part of building wealth and part of the American dream. So yes, it's still alive. And anyway, the people that make the most money or the most wealth building in America are usually, they did it through real estate.
Exactly.
Buying it, selling it, investing in it, holding it, and do everything they need to do with it. So
for sure.
Yeah, it's still alive.
No, it's alive. It's just we're looking at real estate in a different fashion now. It's not like how it was before. things are becoming a little bit more expensive. But we're going to be reinventing all kind of things. There's so many different mortgage programs that are coming out, that they're rolling out, that we're able to assist and help these clients with. So real estate's always going to be here.
And with the election, either party, they're offering different things to help incentives. Yeah. Some will offer maybe tax credit for the first-time home buyers. Some say they may have some land and trying to develop more affordable housing for people to be able to purchase it. And we still have a gazillion of down payment program assistance and grants. Some of them you have to return the money, and some of them you do not have to.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, it's still there. It's a big part of the American lifestyle society here.
For sure. They have all kind of programs coming out. Low down payments when it comes to FHA, 3.5%. You even have low down payments when it comes to conventional, with being able to put 3% down for first-time home buyers as well. They also have a program out there called the DSCR program, where you don't even have to get income docs from the client. All we're going to do is look at the actual property and see what kind of income that property can derive. And once it's 1% over the mortgage, you automatically qualify for the program. So
yeah, and don't forget, we still have the FHA, the USDA, still available, the VA.
The VA starting to get a little crafty as well with new construction VA that they're allowing the veteran to do as well. So listen, real estate's going to adjust to what the market is and what the economy, how the economy's going. They're going to come with, different trends and techniques to be able to adapt to what, the new way of doing business is.
Yeah, even if the market is shifting and there is a lot of things going on right now, still, you guys, you guys are resilient. They always come with new program to make sure people keep buying.
It's never going to stop. The world has to keep moving. Just like, we're on that axle and the world keeps moving on that 90-degree axle. That's how life is. It has to keep moving. It has to keep going.
Yeah, so also other program that is currently available. So could you break down the USDA loan a little bit?
So with USDA loans, basically those are like, your agricultural loans. It's going to be more in rural areas. So, there's going to be different zip codes where you're able to qualify for that program. Typically with a USDA loan, you're looking at 100% finance, no down payment. That's the big catch for people. And then you also are able to get a lower interest rate when you're going USDA as well.
Which credit score you need to have?
At least a 620.
620.
Yeah.
But when you hear rural, don't be discouraged. Even if you live in Houston Metro, because plenty of city close to Houston, in Houston Metro, are USDA loan approved. Yeah. For example, I saw Rocheron, Manville, downsized, for example. You have Magnolia right here next to Cypress. Hockley, Texas also offers some pocket. But for that, you have to be sure when you see your property, you contact your lender with the property address, because you guys have a directory. Exactly.
We have an actual website that we go in, we plug in the address, and it tells us if that property's USDA approved or not. So we're definitely able to look at that option.
Okay, and as for the new construction, they are booming, especially in our area.
Trust me, I know. That's where a lot of my business is going.
Yeah, so in 2024, 1.5 million new homes are expected to be completed, increasing to 1.7 million by 2025 and 1.8 million by 2026. According to Freddie Mac, by 2028, we could be looking at 2 million new homes hitting the market annually.
Wow.
That's a lot of homes.
A lot of homes.
But compared to the demand,
yeah,
it's not necessarily a lot, right? Because you guys American like to make babies. Yeah. Baby. Yeah, so you guys American like to make babies, just like me. I'm with my anchor baby, right? Yeah. I just came here and I just dropped 4 in one time, right?
One time.
Boop, 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 boop. 4 of them. And then now all these little people would have to have a place to live, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so that just let us know that the economy and how the country is going. So we need more houses.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of growth. It's going to be a lot of development, and time's going to tell everything.
And then the fact that the new construction are building more houses is going to ease the inventory issue that we'll be having. So, yeah, it's good. New construction is a good option too. So when you buy your new construction, when you buy a new construction home, you do have warranties that come with it, and you're the first one to live in there. You get, if you build it from the ground up, you get to pick and choose some of the feature you want. If you do custom, you really pick everything. But if you don't do custom and you go through a big builder, they do offer a lot of incentive and they pay some of your closing costs. So this is something to explore if you're trying to have the most for your money.
Yeah, in some situations.
And then the interest rate, Abu, could you talk to your people and tell them to do something about it?
I'm talking to them. I'm trying to send some type of note up top to where they'll go ahead and hear me out, hear out the cries. We need these rates to drop. We need these rates to drop, and we need them to drop now.
Yeah, so every single time the interest rate dip, the buyer's demand increased, right?
Yeah.
So we can expect a steady growth from a home sale in general.
Yes.
So I have these numbers right here. I want to share it with you. So in 2024, we have about 4.2 to 4.48 million of homes sold.
Wow.
And then 2025, they're predicting between 4.5 or 4.7 million homes sold.
This is nationwide, correct?
Yeah, nationwide. In 2026, they're expecting for between 4.8 to 5 million homes sold. In 2027, 5.1 to 5.25 million sold. In 2028, they expected 5.3 to 5.5 million homes sold. Mm-hmm. So that just shows you that there's a steady climb in sales in general, which is great news.
Yes.
For the market in general. Yes. So just don't sit on the sideline, because if they're predicting that many homes sold and the interest rate are predicted to go down, most likely the price of home will be higher.
No, for sure. For sure. And what does that mean? When the prices of houses are higher, what happens to the commissions? They go up.
It goes up. Not just not just the commission. It's just your purchase price. It's going. Your buying power is going down. Sorry. So yeah, think about all of that. So all I can see is just like, it looks like the economy, we are optimistic, is gonna get better.
No, it has to turn around. It definitely has to turn around, and it's going to be a good, bright future for new agents trying to come into the business as well, because you'll be able to come in and see that real estate is growing and we're going in the right direction.
Mm-hmm. So tell us what you guys think, if you think that this could work for you, or where do you see yourself? Are you still renting right now and you consider purchasing, or why are you not buying? What's stopping you? What some of the challenges? I know a lot of people, the reason why they don't buy right away because they feel like they have too much debt, student loan.
Yeah, all those things. And, and if you're a new agent looking to get into the business, we have Danielle here, a broker as well. So she's definitely taking interviews and applications. You might want to sit down and talk to her and see what the future of real estate is looking like. So that's definitely an option as well.
Yes, there's always an option. You can start part-time at the beginning until you get comfortable, and then just do the business full-time. But yes, all I can see is 2025 seems...
Let's go.
Seems to be good for everybody. So hopefully you learned a lot. Thank you so much for watching us today, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Bye.
Came here in 2007, right in the middle of the crazy crisis. If your heart is not into it, do not do it. That's what I always tell them.
If you're making around $70K, look to be able to qualify for a home somewhere around $250, $275 in that bracket.
Onions and juices and all that, and put some lemon and onion, and you make him drink it, right?
And Alex, all my listings need a video. All of them.